Hey everyone, this is D-Vyne and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're visiting this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that when I upload new videos, you're the first to know. Also, if you like this video, please share it with your friends and family. Now, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. It seems that the siblings of the famous singer and songwriter Prince are in court trying to get access to the late singer's estate. According to a report by The Blast, Sharon, Noreen, and John Nelson have asked the court to have the state representative, Comerica Bank, pay them some money because they say that they have not received any payment since Prince died. Now, remember guys, Prince passed away back in April of 2016. That was 4 years ago, and they haven't even seen a dime since. Comerica Bank responded, asking the court to deny their petition because they are still working out issues with the IRS which they need to complete before paying out any money to Prince's family members. Now, I'm here trying to figure out what kind of issues they could be sorting out that is taking them a whole 4 years. But I mean, I don't know, so maybe one of you guys can fill me in on how this can even happen. So the siblings filed new documents basically saying that they don't believe Comerica and that they should be paid at least $20,000 a month. They stated, Comerica, on behalf of the estate, has simply used the heir's efforts and desire to be helpful and informed as gratuitous labor, taking advantage of the heir's time, advice, services, and work provided without wages or compensation, unlike all others who have been excessively paid millions of dollars for their time. S and J are all elderly in their late 70s, except Sharon Nelson, who is now 80 years of age, and have worked for years advising the estate and seeking to ensure accountability on Comerica without compensation for those services. They are prepared to accept the minimal amount of $20,000 per month for each heir for their services or such amount approved by the court. His family is claiming that Comerica has approved the payment of over $20 million in legal fees to be paid out before the family. So they're basically saying that even though Comerica says they can't pay them due to IRS issues, they have still managed to spend millions on lawyers and advisors. Prince's estate is to be distributed amongst his 6 siblings. Sharon, Noreen, and John are accusing Comerica Bank of mismanaging the estate as well as leaving them out of key issues, but Comerica denies these allegations. The siblings claim to have provided the estate countless hours of help on matters without being paid. They claim that they have been living off of their pension, Social Security, personal savings, and also loans from friends. They also pointed out that they have years of corporate experience and could be paid to work on estate matters. So they have been trying to convince the court to force Comerica to work with them. Now, Comerica has responded saying that if they are forced to pay out money to the siblings, then they would have to sell off an asset of the estate. Comerica also says that the siblings have always been aware of the issues with the IRS, which include the Internal Revenue Service believing that the estate is being undervalued on paper. They are also saying that while they sympathize with the financial situation of the family, the siblings have refused to take advantage of opportunities that they have arranged to act as consultants for them in connection with Paisley Park and entertainment transactions. Now, the family previously stated that they have been fully cooperative with Comerica, so somebody's lying here. They're still waiting for a judge to make a decision in the case, and I'm sure with all that's going on right now with the virus, it might take a while for that to happen. But hopefully this gets resolved soon because it seems that it was Prince's intention for his family to be provided for financially in the case that he passed. Prince's siblings have reportedly been dealing with a lot of financial issues since his passing, which include owing over $1 million in unpaid legal fees to different lawyers. So obviously they need the court to intervene right now with the estate to help them to get the assistance that they need. Now, in other news, Tori Spelling seems to have lost her mind these past few weeks because she's found herself in hot water yet again. Just a few weeks ago, she got in trouble after posting a picture of her daughter on Instagram with the caption, "Days kept inside, we have to get creative." Hattie has become KEYSHIA, in her Cheeto extension nails. In the picture, you can see her daughter using Cheetos as nail extensions and with a bandana on her head. The name KEYSHIA implies that she's portraying some type of African-American ghetto queen stereotype. She thought that this was a fun way to keep her daughter occupied during the quarantine. Because of course there aren't a ton of activity ideas on Pinterest or maybe a book or some other educational apps that she could have used to help her out, but she was definitely dragged as expected on social media for thinking that this was something that most people would find funny or cute. People were upset because it portrayed outdated stereotypes of African American women. So, of course, she ended up apologizing, stating, "I posted a story the other day that upset many of you. I'm truly sorry. That was not the intention at all. Hattie is 8. We watch and adore old reruns of Martin. She loved the character Shanae. She made up that name with Mac because her last name is McDermott. She was reenacting the over-the-top, fun, and amazing character from Martin. She's innocent and didn't mean anything by it. I should have thought about how it could have been perceived and misconstrued before I posted. I did not. I'm truly sorry." But a lot of people end up doing stuff like this, and I think there are things we do inside of our homes that we don't really need to be sharing on social media, because it might seem funny to us inside of our homes, but we really need to just keep them personal, and it doesn't need to be on social media all the time. So this past week, Tori's now being called out on social media for charging $95 for a virtual meet and greet. She has been promoting this meet and greet on social media and told her fans that there were only 20 spaces available and they will be taking virtual selfies, whatever that is. Tori stated, "Can't wait to do my first ever virtual meet and greet Thursday, April 9th at 5 p.m. PDT. Only 20 spots available, so reserve your spot now." She then included a link to a website for Looped, which is a company that hosts virtual meet and greets for celebrities. Now, Tori has been facing a lot of financial troubles lately, which may have been the inspiration for this current venture. In 2016, American Express sued Tori because she refused to pay her credit card bill. She ignored the lawsuit and the court ordered her to pay just about $90,000. Right now, American Express is trying to seize property and assets owned by Tori and her husband, Dean McDermott. So the couple are also facing another lawsuit by a different bank. They owe City National Bank $205,000. So clearly, based on these reports, they make a habit out of borrowing large sums of money and not being able to pay it back, and it's catching up to them now. So they are in a tight spot, and that is probably one of the reasons why they decided to have this virtual meet and greet. But let's be honest, there is no way I would be paying $95 to have a virtual meetup with Tori Spelling to take virtual selfies. What has Tori Spelling done in the last 10 years that has been relevant? I know she was on Beverly Hills 90210, but that was a long time ago. And at the time, her dad, Aaron Spelling, was a producer of that show, so that may have played a part in her even getting the role in the first place, but that's besides the point. She has been in some made-for-TV movies and dabbled in reality TV with her husband, but that's about it. I'm sure she has a fan base, but are people really gonna pay $95 to virtually meet Tori Spelling? Let's get real now. I would hardly think of paying that in person to meet her, less than that to meet online. Not to mention, with most people around the world facing financial difficulties because of the virus and quarantines, who is really gonna give up $95 that could go towards food and other necessities just to meet Tori Spelling online? A lot of her fans just think that this is not the time to be trying to get people to pay so much money when we are in a worldwide health crisis. Other celebrities are out there having free concerts and parties on social media, and here she is charging people for a virtual meet and greet. She must really be out her mind. Her husband came to her defense on social media, which any good husband should, stating, "There are numerous celebrities out there that post stuff and influencers, and they're out there making money every single day. But no, let's drag Tori Spelling. Let's give her a hard time. I'm really disappointed because she's catching flack and being dragged for doing a live meet and greet." He explained that this was not Tori's idea. Looped was the one to present the idea to her, and he further explained that just like anyone else, Tori's without work right now, so she's just trying to make some money at home. He stated, My wife is one of the hardest working women in the business, okay? And she's simply providing for her family. Look, it's great that he's defending his wife, and I understand that this is a rough time for everyone, but I think it's ridiculous to expect people to spend $95 for a virtual meet and greet right now when a lot of people aren't even working. People have lost their jobs and are trying to figure out how to provide for their families. So this is not the time to be charging people $95 for a virtual meetup. Maybe she can get some sponsors and work on our social media following and do ads there, because a lot of people are at home. So I'm sure that more people are using social media. So this would be a great time to do ads. And that's one way she can make money, or she can start a YouTube channel. She hasn't already done that. And then she can just bring her fans over to the YouTube channel and try to drum up some support. And then she'll be able to have another source of income, right? Just make some interesting content. But right now, we're all out here struggling. Ain't nobody gonna be able to afford $95 for a meet and greet with Tori Spelling to take virtual selfies. That is just ridiculous, and this is not the time for that. So she needs to go back to the drawing board with that one. But what do you guys think about the whole situation with Prince's estate and his siblings? Do you think that they're just dragging their feet and making it unnecessarily difficult for the family, or is this typical for estate cases? And what do you think about the Tori Spelling situation? Will you be trying to secure your spot for the meet and greet? Let me know down in the comments. Also, please help my channel to grow by hitting that red subscribe button and turning on that notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you're the first to know. Don't forget to share this video, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, which I will link down in the description box. Until next time.